We are in the home stretch of 2025. So if you want a gentle, friendly, fun way to tick some things off your list and end the year on a high, then this is the video for you. So home stretch goals was something that I created the year that I was really ill and had to have emergency surgery twice, because I needed a way of feeling like the year wasn't a complete write-off, and I wanted to end the year feeling like I'd achieved something. But it's been such a useful tool or framework that I've kept doing it every year. Hi, hello, if you are new here, I am Hannah. I am a sucker for lists, goals, productivity, but like in a socialist way. I've also lived with a chronic illness since I was 7 and I have a disability. I'm also a parent. So it's like productivity, but with all those caveats. We tend to lean more on the softer, but also radical side of productivity here, if that's possible. Just lots of kindness and compassion and going at your own pace. So this video is my annual home stretch goals video. What are home stretch goals? So they're basically Q4 goals, and yes, I'm aware that this video is coming out at the end of October, but like I said, I'm going at my own pace, and it's about compassion over productive perfection. So home stretch goals are all about reflecting on any goals you may have set in the year, checking in, scrapping any, creating any new, more relevant ones, being flexible with our goals, also ending the year on a high, whilst also acknowledging that December is a funny month. What even gets done in December, and also if you have kids, then the second half of December, you have no childcare support, so it's all to play for, really. So that's what home stretch goals are. I've had a funny year this year. I didn't set any goals at the beginning of the year because I had a very wobbly start and was not in the zone. But I did do some crafting to figure my life out, and I made this bingo card of goals that are like work and personal related about halfway through the year. So in this video, lots of you have been asking for a bingo card update. It is here. Here it is. We're going to be going through this, seeing what I've ticked off, seeing what I've done, seeing the ones that I don't care about doing anymore and ones that I want to take forwards, yada, yada, yada. And then I've also made, can you see it? The colors I've chosen may not be the best. I've also made a mini home stretch goals bingo card that is on the inside of this, a little mini one that'll see me through to the end of the year. Once again, crafting to figure out my life. And crafting for me is basically just getting out card and pens and stickers. Now, if you want to make one together with me, this is very exciting and very new. It doesn't have to be making exactly one of these, but I mean making your own home stretch goals list, whether that is in a list form or a bingo card form, whatever it may be. I'm going to be hosting a free webinar for us all to get together and make our home stretch goals, bingo cards, whatever they may be, together. So it's going to be on Tuesday, the 28th of October at 12 p.m. GMT, that is UK time, so midday. And the link to get access to the free webinar is in the description below. I've never done anything like this before, so it's a bit of a fun experiment. Please come along if you want to create your own home stretch goals with a fun group of people. But you will see as I reflect on my bingo card and the things that I want to do going forwards, why this is even happening, but it all feels very aligned for me. Okay, before I get into all of this, I want to thank this video sponsor, Squarespace. So whether you are just starting out in the freelance world or you're a small business owner, Squarespace makes it super easy to create your own beautiful website, engage your audience, and sell anything from physical and digital products to courses and even your time, all in one place and all on your terms. I've hosted my work websites on Squarespace for years and I absolutely love it. It is so easy to use and to adapt and change and just make the way that you want it, which has been especially useful for me over the last 2 years as my career has been transitioning from one thing to another to who knows what, and just like in this just constant state of transition, it feels. Squarespace makes it super easy for me to be flexible and edit things and change things as I go and just make it all look as I want. And Squarespace's new design intelligence empowers anyone to create their own personalized, tailored to you website using AI technology. If you are starting completely from scratch with no idea what you're doing in terms of website design, then you can use Squarespace Blueprint, which guides you through the whole process. You just answer different questions and it takes you step by step from nothing to your very own website. There are so many different templates to choose from. You can just pick the one that is right for you and customize it with all of your own branding and content and assets. You can also customize it with really cool visual design elements to create a really engaging website. Squarespace has a huge suite of visual design tools that are ready to go on any Squarespace website. And there are loads of different options depending on what your brand or your business or your purpose is. So if you are in need of a website, then head to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you're ready to launch it into the world, you can go to squarespace.com/morehannah to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Okay, bingo, 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 bingo. Get your predictions in now, folks. What have I done? I mean, some of it's been fairly public, so you'll know. Okay, so I've split the bingo card up into 4 different categories. Done, done. Fucking done it. Did it. In progress, which means that this will be done. It will be done. And currently things are in place, things are moving. Scrap, not important to me anymore, or not important to me right now, or just not viable right now. And then the 4th category is haven't done but still want to do, but not all of those things will make it onto the home stretch goals, because the other point of the home stretch goals is that it has to be realistic. We are acknowledging actually how little time there is between now and the end of the year, and we want to end the year on a high. We want to kind of like rig it a bit so that we feel a sense of achievement at the end of the year, if you get me. So let's go through this list. I've got some stars. Stickers. We're gonna put them on my bingo card. I think we're just gonna go through them. So do we wanna like do different colors? What colors have I got in here? I've got green, pink, and then like lots of red and orange and then purple. Okay, so green is gonna be done. Pink is gonna be in progress. Red is gonna be scrap, and purple is going to be still want to do. So bake color, did it. Made a whole fucking video. These stars are very small compared to my giant bingo card. Okay, TCR TBR, that's my Patreon TBR list, communal, curated book recommendations list, done. And the podcast is out. Me and Moog have been making a Patreon exclusive podcast where we talk about all of the books on TCR, TBR. So if you like bookish podcasts, come join the Patreon. Enjoy it. Creator Talks newsletter, did that. It's launched. I'm not posting on it regularly, but that was never the point, but it exists and we did it. And I made the Wheel of Creator Life that I've had great feedback from and essentially works as like a lead magnet for that newsletter as well. Exciting. Okay, decorate balcony, whole video on that. Fucking did it. Ding! Did it. Look at that. We've got 4 green stars already over the top. And now this is where things take a turn. So coffee mornings, we had a good run. I wrote about them in my newsletter recently about trying to find community in London, again, 2.0. So coffee mornings is in the still want to do category, purple star. But yeah, since making the bingo card, haven't done a single one, but we had summer, Rowan started at a new school nursery, like lots happened. Okay. Host IRL workshop for creators. Okay, so this hasn't happened, but I'm actually putting this in progress because I'm changing and adapting this goal to be the free webinar that I'm doing for this. So it's not IRL. And it's not specifically for creators, but doing this home stretch goals online workshop is scratching that same itch for me. And if it goes well, hopefully it'll be the first of many different workshops that I run. Also, it's great to just experiment and test and get feedback. And I want to practice my like hosting and facilitation skills too. So in progress with a slight adaptation of what that goal is. Again, flexible. We love it. Okay, next we have Develop Patreon Strategy Group Course. Okay, so this one is still want to do. And actually, this week I've got 2 or 3 different discovery calls with potential new clients who've all expressed interest in Patreon stuff. So that is a really great start to create a bit of a cohort. So if anyone else is interested in Patreon stuff, like whether you are launching a Patreon for a first time or you want to like rejig things with an existing Patreon, then get in touch, essentially. You can get in touch through my website, book a discovery call, all of that, because if there is interest, then that will spur me on to get it sorted sooner, basically. Okay, sell Notion templates. This is still want to do and is currently on mine and Moog's 12-week year plan for this current block of 12 weeks that we are in. So coming soon, coming soon. I know every year I say I'm gonna like have my Notion templates available for people to download and buy. It's coming, I swear. Okay, read 50 books. Okay, this I'm gonna say is done. At the time of recording it, I'm technically on 49 books, but I'm like currently halfway through 3 books. And one of them is The Hunger Games, which a few people in my Patreon Discord server are doing as a buddy read. This is a reread for me, my first reread of The Hunger Games since I read it like, I don't know, a decade ago. And I'm flying through it and I fucking love it, it's so good. Anyway, so that's done. That's taken care of. I know I could put it in progress, but it's done. Satisfying green star we get. Okay, Dublin trip to see my friend Mel. This is in progress. We have dates. I just need to book my flights. The only thing that is holding me back is that it's the same weekend that Wicked comes out. And I'm like, will I hopefully maybe get an invite to the Wicked Part 2 premiere this year? Because I didn't get an invite last year. Gutted. Not that I get invited to premieres anymore, but Wicked, I'm gonna book my flights soon and we can go see Wicked together. Make a photo album of me and Dan. Done! I did that for our 5-year wedding anniversary. Let me tell you, finding 100 photos of me and Dan together was a lot harder than whittling down the thousands of photos that we have of Rowan for an album of 100 pictures. Like, Dan and I do not have many pictures together. It was hard, but I did it. Karaoke party, still want to do, desperately want to do. Get pregnant, still want to do, desperately want to do. Patreon podcast, ooh, that was connected to that. The TCR TBR. I don't think I like knew at the time when I made this what it was specifically going to be, but there we go. Decide where we want to live. Ooh, do you know what? This is our first scrap. I know I made that whole video, like, again, crafting to figure out my life, London versus Manchester, but I, once again, have flip-flop, and it is non-urgent, for one. Also, Rowan's starting at his new nursery, settling into a whole new routine and community and everything. So yeah, you know, that will be important again in the future, but for now, scrap, because it just, yeah, it doesn't feel urgent right now, you know? Okay, family swimming. This was just like weekend family swim, but I'm actually scrapping this for now. I still do swimming with Rowan during the week, and our weekends are just hella busy with like a lot of stuff at the moment. I think it's this time of year as well. Or is it all of the times of year? So that's not important right now. We've got lots of other stuff that we do as a family. Pilates. I'm gonna put this as done. I've been to Pilates a lot since I made this bingo card. I'm still not in like a routine with it. Like, I was going on Fridays for a bit, but now I've got lots of other plans on Fridays, but you never know, you never know. Get my park run PB, my postpartum PB, but just like do park run in general. This I still want to do, but I'm actually just going to scrap it because I play tennis on Saturday mornings and that's really important to me and I love it. And so I just have to be realistic with myself because park run is Saturday mornings. Right, get a normal job. Also scrapping this. This was like a wild card on my bingo. Like, just like, you never know what's gonna happen, but we can scrap it. It's fine. I'm doing this. Hadestown. This is a musical that's currently on the West End that I really wanna go see. Haven't been yet, still want to do. Purple. Update website. Green, green, green. I have the least amount of green stars on this thing, but did that, you can check it out. Thank you, Squarespace. Get Wimbledon tickets. Oh my God, it was to the line. It was close, but I did it. Fucking did it. And I went to Wimbledon again this year. I had caught 3 tickets. It was a great day. Saw some doubles. Volunteer at bookshop. I'm afraid to say I'm scrapping this one. This was like, when I have my Fridays when Rowan's at nursery, I could volunteer at my bookshop. I've been doing all sorts of other things. I'm not someone who can be relied upon for like a weekly shift at a bookshop. And with the still trying to get pregnant thing, it's just like, it's not the time. One day. one day. Coaching qualification. This was also a bit of a wild card, and then I got really into researching lots of different coaching qualifications and comparing them and just like figuring out which one I want to do. And I settled on which one I want to do, but then I keep putting it off. And then I had this whole epiphany, like this aha moment about why I was putting it off, what was blocking me, and also like the thing that I was actually drawn towards. So coaching qualification is a scrap. Fuck, even though I keep saying like, I'm gonna become a coach, it's like a scrap for now, whilst I explore this new thing that I wanna do. But yeah, that's wild. And then make 10 episodes of little wins. This is like a short form series that I created. There are 5 episodes currently, and I haven't made a single one since I made this bingo card. To be honest, my short form game has been pretty terrible of late, but I've been busy, and it always is the thing at the bottom of the list. But this is one that I still want to do, but again, similar to the other one, just slightly adapted. Just slightly adapted to be a bit more realistic towards the end of this year. So there we go. So we've got out of, wait, what was this? This was a 5 by 5. So we've got 25 things on here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 are done. 2, I believe, are in progress. Oh, this should be a pink star, not a purple star. Dublin trip is in progress because the dates are set. I just need to book my flights. Yeah, 2 are in progress. Please come to my workshop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are scrapped, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I still want to do. I hope I counted them all and that comes up to 25. So there we go. There's your bingo card update. Now on to the main event. So I made this one smaller because obviously mini. Also, I can actually like have this on my desk, whereas this has just been like hidden away and I've not been looking at it. It's too big. So I want to talk about what makes a good home stretch goal. Achievable by the end of the year is the most important thing, because the whole point of this is to end the year on a high with a sense of achievement and be like, yes, I did it. And so with that in mind, you can kind of cheat a little bit and pick things as your home stretch goals that are things that are already aligned with or connected to other obligations that you have. So things that you know will get done or are adjacent enough to things that are gonna get done that it makes them easier, if that makes sense. Something that you want to do but have been putting off, but of course first really interrogate the reason why you've been putting it off. Is it out of fear and you just like need to be like held accountable and need that extra like confidence boost to get it done? Then that would make a great home stretch goal. If it's something you've been putting off because actually maybe it's something you don't care about or don't really want, then that's not a good home stretch goal. Something you're already committed to, put it on there. If you're already committed to things, put it on a list. Tick it off at the end. Give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, that's allowed. You can have lots of little home stretch goals, or you could have just like 1 or 2 big ones, depending on what all of your commitments are. And they are things that you want to be able to look back on the year and either feel that sense of achievement or have made some good memories. You're like, that was fun, that was a good time. So with all that in mind, here she is, my home stretch goals bingo card. And I've written, you've got this, to myself. I don't even know if you can see that or if it's like all too bright. Ta-da! Okay, so obviously this one's a lot smaller. This is a 3 by 3. You don't have to turn your home stretch goals into a bingo card. I just did it because once again, crafting to figure out my life. So here's what I've got. Host home stretch goals workshop. It's on the list. I've committed to it. I've said it out loud. We've created the link. You guys are signing up. I have to do it, which means star for me incoming. Dublin trip. This made its way onto the card. I need to book my flights. Mel, I'm booking my flights. This you'll see is a bit of a theme of my home stretch goals, but this to me is important because it's about seeing one of my best friends, my long distance bestie, seeing her and her family. Like we take it in turns to go back and forth and see each other, and it's my turn. It's my turn to go to her. And those connections and those friendships are pretty vital to me right now. Okay, speaking of which, host 1 coffee morning. Just 1. Because between now and the end of the year, like, it's actually gonna be pretty tight. Everyone gets so busy in the lead up to Christmas. So I just wanna host 1, and I wanna extend the invite to the nursery Parents. Why am I scared? Okay, sell Notion templates. This we already have a plan for. It's happening, so it's on the list. Karaoke party. This is on the list because again, I want to do some karaoke. It's party season, so fun, but also I just haven't like done the thing where you like text people and be like, hey, who wants to do karaoke? I'm scared. And it's a very similar theme to this next one, which is host a When Harry Met Sally film night. This is inspired by Chelsea Fagan of The Financial Diet. She has a book coming out, or maybe is already out by the time you're seeing this, called Having People Over. She's made a lot of content online about hosting and about community. And I was inspired because she hosts an annual When Harry Met Sally film night for her and her friends. And When Harry Met Sally is my favorite film, and it is the time of year for it. Like, it's a very autumnal film, but also there is like Christmassy New Year vibes to it. So I feel like anywhere between when the leaves start turning brown and Christmas is an appropriate time to watch When Harry Met Sally. And this is a very similar thing to the karaoke party in terms of like, I just need to get over myself and text some people and get some people over to watch a film with me. Like, why is that so hard? And yet it feels so vulnerable. And then also with a child and like having friends who have got children and like trying to figure out like, do we do it in the evening after Rowan goes to sleep? Or does Dan take Rowan for the afternoon and I have friends over in the afternoon for a film? Anyway, so again, that's one of my big blockers, is I just immediately go into logistics. Anyway, again, have you been picking up on the theme of my homestretch goals of things that are important to me right now? Next, we have read one hosting/gathering book. So there are 3 that I have in mind. And this is the thing about the homestretch goals, is it's like holding myself accountable to something that I really want to do, but making it manageable. So I already have one, which is the survival guide to workshops, about like hosting excellent workshops. I have that book, that's one. And then the other 2 are ones that I'm gonna put on my Christmas wish list and ask for from Dan or my parents or whoever, or maybe my sister. And that is Chelsea Fagan's book, Having People Over, and then also Priya Parker's book, The Art of Gathering. So maybe this will be a between Christmas and New Year read. So my homestretch goal is read one of those books. Just one of those books. Then Little Wins. Little Wins has made it because I love that series and I love what it stands for. And I feel like it has been a bit of a lifeline to me, like marking these little wins over the year. But I've kind of gone a bit with the series. Even though I've got lots of little wins to share, I just haven't been making videos about them. So my homestretch goal is to make 2. Just 2 episodes of little wins between now and the end of the year. I know what one of them is going to be, and then I just need to figure out the other. We'll see. And then finally, this is probably the meatiest homestretch goal. Like, it takes up the most time, but because it's something that I've done many times before, it's like easy. Like, I know what I'm doing, even if it is time consuming. And that is Vlognica, baby. You won't get no Vlogmas like 24 videos in the month of December around here. We just do 8 videos for the 8 days/nights of Hanukkah. It is October and we are currently planning this year's Vlognica videos. You gotta start planning them really far in advance, because I think Hanukkah starts on the 14th of December this year. So we need to have all 8 of those videos and all the normal videos wrapped up and ready to go before then. Because also maybe Rowan's school breaks up shortly after Vlognica. We need to wrap that all up, and that's kind of how I'm gonna end the year on a high. So yeah, if you hadn't guessed it, a real important theme for me, and the kind of like aha moment that I had that has kind of like slightly shifted my priorities with work, is less focused on the one-to-one mentoring and coaching. That is still on offer if people still want that, but I want to try and start putting myself out there and experimenting a bit with group stuff. And the thing that I'm kind of like trying to figure out, because I got so much feedback from the Wheel of Creator Life from non-content creators, which I suspected, saying that it was useful for them as someone who is a small business owner or freelance, self-employed, or even employed. So I'm like, oh, do I actually expand my offerings a bit and try and create stuff that is actually more relevant for you guys as well? Because it was feeling a bit difficult for me, like trying to manage 2 audiences, like my general, like as Hannah Witton, the content creator and influencer audience, and then also trying to build up this new audience, like much smaller, of other content creators, like that's been, I'll be honest, quite difficult to do. And so part of me is thinking, do I just need to lean in to the fact that you guys are already here and there's stuff that we can do together, all while still having like a bit of a content creator focus, because I love just nerding out about like the creator economy and industry and all of that. But again, I feel like 2 years after the big career shift that I did, stopping sex and relationships education content, I'm still here experimenting. I still don't have all of the answers. And I know that this is very normal for anyone going through a career transition, but it does make it like a bit harder, I feel, or just different doing it publicly. Because I feel like every so often I go, okay, I'm doing this, and I proclaim like, this is my new brand, this is what I do, this is my services, this is what I'm offering. And then like a few months later, I'm like, never mind that, I'm gonna do this instead. But I also quite enjoy giving you a little behind the scenes look at the reality of it, of figuring things out as you go. And you know what? I'm having a good time. And it really was realizing that I am drawn to stuff to do with groups, community, connection in my personal life and in my work life. And that was the penny drop like moment that I had, where I was like, I'm really focused, like this is really important to me, of creating community and connection in my personal life and in my work life. And I hadn't like quite made the connection that those two things were kind of like running parallel to each other in terms of like what was fueling me generally. So come to my workshop, come to the Homestretch Goals workshop, Tuesday the 28th of October, 12 p.m. GMT. It's free, link in the description to join. We're going to reflect on our 2025 goals together, if you did make any. There will be prompts to help you think about your homestretch goals, and whatever is going on in your life, however big or small your goals are, we'll see the year out on a high. It's not mandatory, but if you like, you can bring a card, paper, pens, stickers, whatever, if you do want to get crafty, but it's not mandatory. All you have to do is bring yourself and any goals that you set in 2025, if you did. If you didn't make any 2025 goals, that doesn't matter, you can still make some homestretch goals. Okay, thank you for watching me continually figure out what I'm doing with my life, whilst also just having a bit of fun and playing and finding joy. I hope that you're well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!